Hello folks, welcome to our course, and in this chapter we are going to check what are the different user and group management commands present in the Linux. So let's say if you want to add any new user or maintain any user or the group in our Linux environment, you can use these commands. So let's get started. First we have a user add command which will add or create a new user in our Linux environment. If you want to get the list of all users which is present in our Linux environment, you can simply type cat.etc.password. Then if you want to change the password of current user, you can simply type passwd. If you want to add a new group in our Linux environment, you can use the command group add. Similar to the list, if you want to get the list of group, you can simply use the cat command. Now, if you want to execute a command as another user or a super user, you can use the sudo as a command. Now here for example, let's say I have to change the password of my current user. I can simply type a sudo and passwd. It will change the password of my existing user by which I am logged in. If I want to change the file ownership, I can simply use the chown. So for this, I can write chown, then username as a first argument and the file name. It will change the file ownership to that particular username or the owner name which you have passed. Similar to the file ownership, if you want to change the group ownership, you can simply use the chgr. It will change the group ownership of that file to the particular user or group name which you have passed. The su command is used to become a super user or to simply log into the another user using our command line. So now what you can do, okay, so the spelling mistake. Now let's get started with the practical aspect of these commands. I have my Linux open. I'll go one by one with all the commands. First, before starting, what we will do, we will check what are the different users which are available with the current Linux environment. So for that, I need to type etc and passwd. Now you see there is a list of users which are available on my Linux. Now Enkantam, Nikhil, Kali. So all these are nothing but the username which are present with my current Linux environment. Now if I want to add a new user, what we have a user add command. So I will just simply use user add and let's say new user. For identification, I'll just add underscore and yeah, the user got added. Now what we will do, we will check if our user got added or not. Okay, so you see the new user is already added. So this is a command which is used to add the new user, and the command to get the list of all users is second one. Now let's say I have to change the password of my existing user. What I will do, I will simply type passwd and enter. So it will ask me for the new password. I will enter the password. It will not show you even if you type on the screen. So you see my password got updated successfully for my user. Now we will go to the next command. Next we have a group add. Now what we will do, we will add a group. So before that we will check what are the groups which are present into the Linux environment, and for this I'll just add a group. Okay, so you see these are the groups which are right now available with the Linux environment. So these are the nothing but the name of Linux environments, sorry, the groups in my current Linux environments. Okay, so what we will do, we will add a new group as a new group. Okay, so adding group, new group, and this is a group ID, that is 1006, and it got added. So now what we will do, we will check if the group got added or not, and you see the group, new group with the GID, which is nothing but the group ID, got added into the Linux environment. Okay, now the next command which we have is sudo to change the password. Okay, what I will do, I will, so before doing that, what I will do, I will just change our user to some other user. So we have a su command to change the user. So let's get use the su, and next what I will do, I will just use Kali. Okay, so you see my user got changed. Now I will just clear this, and what we can do, we can check the sudo command. Okay, so the sudo passwd, I have to change a password for my Kali user. I'll just simply type my password and the new password. So you can see the password got updated successfully. So sudo is used to execute the commands on that environment. Now let's say I am on a Kali Linux and I have to change the password for my other user. So let's say for that I will simply type the same command, but I have to pass an argument as my other user. So you see, now what I am doing, I am changing a password for Enconta. So it will just change a password for that user, and now what I will do, I will change the password. So you see, password updated successfully. Now what we will do, we will go with the next command. First I need to check what are the, okay, so this cannot have a directory, so we cannot look into this. Now what I will do, I will simply, okay, so for changing the ownership and group we need a file. So what I will do, I have another, yeah, this terminal is open, lsltr, and you see there are multiple files which we have seen in our previous chapters. So let's say I have to change the ownership of this file hello. Now what I will do, first we will check what is a command. So the command to change the ownership is chown. So I will just type chown, and then we have to pass a username for which we have to transfer the ownership, and then we have a hello.txt. Okay, changing ownership hello, and operation is not permitted. Okay, so I think we have to be a root user to change this. Yes, we have to be a root user to change this. So I'll just clear this, and I will go to the root, and for this one I have entered a password, then we have a command. Okay, now let's try again. So I have to change the ownership of hello text to Encontam and hello.text. You see there is no error. So now if I do lsltr, you see the ownership of that file, the hello.txt, got transferred to the Encontam. Similarly, we have a change group to change the ownership of a group. So what we will do, I will just clear this and chgrp. Then I have to I will transfer the same username and use the same file hello.txt. Okay, so group ownership has changed, and now you see both the ownership is Encontam and Encontam. So this is the ownership of file, and this is a group ownership. So using this you can just simply change the ownership. So I'll reverse the ownership of those, that hello text. So for that, grp to the root, or maybe Kali, and hello.txt and ch. Now again lsltr, you will see the, it is again changed back to original one. And I'll do the same for ch, the file ownership, and for this hello.txt. Okay, now you see the ownership again reversed. So these are the commands which we use for the user and group management, which are user add, then passwd, then group add, sudo, cho, and cgrp, and yes. Thank you.